We have attached the embroidery arm. We've attached the embroidery hoop. We've hooped up our fabric. Now it's ready to time to figure out how do we get our designs. So first off, remember that little pink package? If you haven't found it already, that has your USB stick in it. On that USB stick, you can take that to your computer and actually print out all the built-in designs. I just kind of did a few of them just to kind of get started, but you can see how much fun of designs that are actually in this machine. So you can go ahead, print that off, and then bring it back. When you put that USB stick in the machine, you're going to notice that it'll come up USB embroidery stick, and there'll be two folders, designs and one that says font, because there is some lettering in here as well. So let's say we want to pick design number 15. Look, 16 and 17 are all fun designs here. We are going to go into the design folder. You will use your arrows up and down to highlight which folder you want to go in, and then touch the OK button. Then each of these are folders with corresponding designs. First folder, designs 1 through 10. Arrow down, I need design 15, so I'm going to the second folder that has designs 11 through 20 in them. Touch it, and we have the DL-11, Designer Jade, design number 11. So we'll just arrow down till we find number 15, touch OK. So when we go ahead and touch OK, there it goes. The design will come in, and I want to kind of give you a few little tips around the page here. Number one, the first thing that I want you to keep in mind is that it will come up with the hoop size that this design will fit in. So it says that it fits in a hoop of a 150 by 150. That hoop does not come with this machine, but we're going to need to tell it which hoop we'll actually be using. Now, that's a great hoop to get, by the way. That's a 6 by 6 hoop, and as you can tell by the information here, that hoop would be the one that fits perfectly for the design, and that's a good tip. You really want to use the hoops closest to the design size when all possible. So down the road, you'll be buying some extra hoops. It cuts down on the amount of stabilizer you're using. You get a better stitch out. Everything happens for a reason there. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and tell it which hoop we actually are using. Go over to the hoop, and hoop options, hoop size. There's an arrow that points to the right. So touch the arrow to the right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to check the box. We have the hoop, the 240 by 150 is what comes with this machine. All right, and now you'll notice that the design's a little smaller here, and now we could have more area to move it up or down. We'll be using the Alt button when we want to kind of move it around. We can see if we want it up in the top part of the hoop or in the lower part of the hoop. We can find exactly where to position it. We can do some sizing, a little bit up and a little down. We can do some rotating. Everything can be done on this screen here, but we'll get into more of that. But we can take a look. This has got 13,000 stitches. It's got 6 colors. We're on color 1 of those 6, and it's ready to technically stitch. How exciting. That's how we pick designs. Let me show you how we get out of it. Let's say we're done. To get out of this area, instead of turning the machine off, you want to touch the Stitch menu button. That takes you back to the last folder you were in. And then if we go ahead and arrow, see here, arrow to the left, that takes us up one more level, and one more level would take us all the way back to the embroidery stick main area. So then if we wanted to go into the fonts, or we have the different font sizes in here, that's how we do it. So the Stitch menu button is the key to remember how do we get out of a design once we're done.